Hi, Shalom Aleichem. So I opened up a page on Facebook, and you're probably wondering why. So simply you could say it's because it's cool, and it is very cool to have a Facebook page. But I want to actually share with you a story. And really it's a little bit of a background to why I felt it was so important for me to open up a page. So this goes back actually 6 years, almost to today. 6 years ago, I was living on campus, me and my family, and my 3 little redheads, thank God. And interestingly enough, there was a group of Hasidim. And as we all know, Hasidim are great. They have incredible greatness. Sometimes they have great potential for greatness, and sometimes they're a little bit less than that. So here's an interesting story that happened, and it really changed my life. So we're on campus. It's actually Friday night. It's Shabbat. And there was an incredible storm. The storm came, and the electricity went out. And about 2 hours later, the electricity comes back on, but the air conditioning doesn't. So you can imagine, here are a group of Hasidim, and they wear very serious garbs, at least layers upon layers. And it's really hot. And air conditioning wasn't available. So one of the laws is that one could go ask a non-Jew to turn on the electricity, at least the air conditioning. So they send a young boy, one of the Hasidim, across the street from where we live. And he's looking around for a house to see maybe there's a non-Jew that could come and is willing to come Friday night in the dark and help us out. So there's a party going on in one of the doors, one of the houses in the cul-de-sac across from where we live. So he knocks on the door, and someone opens up, and this young chassid tells him, listen, we're having a gathering together, a Shabbaton, and the air conditioning went out because of the storm, and we need someone to just click on one of the buttons in order to make the air conditioning come back on. So the person opened the door and said, Avi, em rotzim shetadlikta mazgan, which of course means, Avi, they want you to turn on the air conditioner. What happened was, to the surprise of this young chassid, that this was a Jew, an Israeli Jew, living right across the street from where we are, and a Jew, of course, can't turn on the air conditioning on Shabbat. So the chassid said, thank you, I don't think this is the right address, I appreciate it. And of course this Avi, such a really sweet person, said, no, I really would love to, I'd love to come. But they ended the conversation. He said, thank you. He said, it's okay, thank you so much. And he came back. And this young chassid shows up. We're all waiting for the response of why is it that he didn't bring someone to turn on the air conditioning. Thank God no one fainted by then. And I remember the chassid telling us exactly what happened. He said, listen, I went to the house, someone opened the door, it was an Israeli guy, and it wasn't the right address. We didn't find a non-Jew to turn on the air conditioning. That was the end of the story. I happened to be there. I was in the Beis Midrash, in the Beit Midrash, studying with the young Hasidim, and when the story was told, everyone chuckled a little bit and, kind of lived with the fact that there's not going to be any air conditioning and they'll survive. I remember when I heard that story, it was such a trigger. There was something really fascinating that was going inside of me. I didn't even know what it was. But there was one thing that was really irking me, and that was the thought that, wait a minute, there's an Israeli guy across the street. He's Jewish too. And we're taught in Judaism that we're all brothers and sisters. We all come from the same father, so to speak. And we're family. We're mishpacha. So I said to myself, deep down inside, I said, wait a minute. Judaism, I think, is great. There's so much beauty. There's so much inspiration, as we'll discuss in the many future recordings and videos. Why is it that I'm not running across the street, taking Avi, very gently, but shaking and saying, Avi, I have an incredible treasure I want to share with you. And you know what? It took me a few weeks, but I started doing that. And then I realized that that's really what Judaism is about. It's about unity, and it's about sharing the treasure that we have called the Torah. So I hope on this Facebook we'll be able to share, create unity, and share many thoughts that will really help us live an inspirational life. Thank you.